I ripped off the little plastic overlay and read the first few pages in the car. Hey guys, April here. Welcome to my channel. I am back with another comic review. I have a short one this week, so let's get started. First up, we have Snotgirl, #1, written by Brian Lee O'Malley and art done by Leslie Hung. This is a tale of a young fashion blogger named Lottie Pearson. She is young, she is pretty, she is popular, she has great style, and she has the worst allergy condition I have ever seen. It's pretty bad. Her eyes run and get kind of goopy, and she has a runny nose and snotty. I mean, it's just everything sets her off. She's almost allergic to air. And you would think that would be her worst condition, but actually her worst condition is she may be the most vapid individual I have ever read. I mean, she is narcissist level self-involved. Nothing happens that isn't about her. It's already tiresome. However, to solve her other problem, her allergy problem, she goes to a doctor who gives her an experimental allergy medication. While taking this medication, she may or may not have killed somebody. She's not sure. I'm not really sure. What I do know is that this medication has led her to something akin to a psychotic break, but it's very hard to tell because she's so vapid. What I can say about this is that where I expected to love the story, I only kind of liked it. I liked Lottie. I do find her to be vapid and annoying, but I did like her. I think deep down, there is a nice person. However, it's covered up with Insta fame and the need to be popular, and like I said before, possibly a psychotic break. But as you get to know her, a little more about her, a little more details about her past, you get more of an understanding of the impetus for some of the things she does and why she is so insecure. I really like the art. The art really is nice. I think it fits the whole genre, the mood, and definitely Lottie's character is very bright. It's very Instagram-like. It's cute. All of that. It does fit that. And even in the more darker moments, the mood does change, the colors do change. So they definitely are paying attention in regards to keeping the artwork very thematic with the progression of the story. I do like that. It's very neon and bright. I like it. I think the artwork is pretty much on point with what you would expect from a piece like this, and honestly, it's the best part about it. Will I continue to read this story? Yeah, because it was easy. It was easy. It was nice. It was, for the most part, light and easy to read. It was enjoyable, even though I don't particularly like Lottie as an individual. I mean, we wouldn't be friends, but it was an enjoyable read. I am curious as to where the tale is going. I'm wondering if the medication is truly the thing that drove her over the edge, or is it just a coincidence? All this to be continued in future episodes of Snotgirl. I really do not like that title, but I get it. Next up, Postal. Written by Matthew Hawkins and Brian Hill, art done by Isaac Goodhart. This was a trip. I knew it was going to be a little dark. I knew it was going to have a little mystery, but oh man, did they pack a whole lot of punch in the first issue, or the first volume. So this is set in a town called Eden, Wyoming, and this town is unique because it is filled with, you could say, reformed criminals. Everyone there is either a reformed criminal or connected to a reformed criminal. The town is run by a mayor, Mayor Schifron. She is a really hard task woman who keeps things in line by any means necessary. But the story centers around her son, Mark Chiffron. He is the local postal carrier. He is also on the spectrum. He has Asperger's syndrome, so he has issues with relating or socializing with people. Now, in the book, they say, or he describes himself as somebody who isn't able to feel emotion. I don't think that is necessarily true. He does feel them. I think his problem is that he doesn't express them, or at least not in a way that would be considered socially conventional. But I'm not an Asperger's expert, so I don't want to speak out of turn. What I will say is that Mark and his mom do have something in common other than a bloodline. They want to protect the town of Eden against anyone who would try to undermine it or destroy it. And at this point, there are two entities on different spectrums who are targeting Eden. First, we have the FBI. Of course, when you have a town full of reformed criminals, the powers that be are like, I don't know if that's such a good thing. So they're looking for a way to kind of infiltrate the town and disband it. And then on the other end is Mayor Chiffron's husband. He used to be the mayor of Eden. To say he was kicked out would probably be putting it mildly. However, he has returned with vengeance and he wants to take the town back over. And honestly, for the few moments you meet him, that is possibly the last thing anybody anywhere in the world would want. He is a monster. What I can say about Postal Volume 1 is that it hits the ground running. There are secrets revealed almost every 3 to 5 pages, and you are just stunned. Like, what? It gets worse and worse as more and more is revealed. It's actually quite sad. I don't know why I'm smiling. I think it's just nervousness. But I will say it's well written. I did like the artwork in this book. I thought it was really well done. A lot of nice colors, but it is dark and moody and shadowy, and that really is complementary to the whole tale because it is cloaked in mystery. Eden itself and all of the possible secondary storylines that are going to be uncovered as we continue with the story. I'm really interested in this. Now, this came out a few years ago, and I've heard about Postal almost every year since it was released, but I had never gotten around to reading it. So when I found it in the store, I was like, yep, I'm picking that up. And I'm glad I did, because even though I needed a little break with Snotgirl to read something light, it was nice to get back into this and something kind of dark and creepy and well written. And last, but certainly not least, we have Marini's Batman, The Dark Prince Charming, Volume 2. This is the second of the duology. This was the first. And I read this earlier this year. And this one came out, I believe, earlier this month or maybe late June. I'm not certain, but I finally got my hands on it and I read it almost immediately. I ripped off the little plastic overlay and read the first few pages in the car. Well, this is a continuation of this narrative, of course. In this, we meet Batman, Bruce Wayne, aka Bruce Wayne. And he has been approached by a woman with a little girl. And she is claiming that 9 years ago they had an affair or a one-night stand that resulted in a child. So she's asking for back child support, I believe, of several $1,000,000, and the acknowledgement that he is the father. Before all of this could get really kicked off, the Joker kidnaps the little girl for his own design. Has really nothing to do with Batman, has really nothing to do with Bruce Wayne technically. It's just a means to an end. In this, we continue this story. Basically, he kidnaps a little girl because there is a diamond necklace that is going for auction that is worth about $50 million. Joker does not have that kind of cash on him right now, but Bruce Wayne, being a billionaire, has plenty of loose change in his pockets that can afford that. So he abducts the little girl in order for him to get this diamond necklace for Joker, so Joker could give it to Harley Quinn for her birthday because she was not very pleased with his previous gift of a necklace made of teeth. Can't say I blame her with that. Let's just say things don't go as the Joker would like. It's a typical Batman story told in a very artistic and humorous style. I adore the artwork on this. Enrico Marini wrote the script, did the pencil work, and did the coloring for both of these books. They are gorgeous. The watercolor style is absolutely beautiful. I love his use of shadow and how his silhouettes of the character, really nicely done. I liked his writing style. I liked his humor. I liked his Joker. I mean, he's still very scary. He's obviously psychotic, a very scary individual, but at the same time, you get that humor that makes him palatable, because, you know, you could go really far with the Joker character where you just can't, I can't with this dude. So for me, this was a nice place to be. You have a Batman with a kind of dickish Bruce Wayne, and a Batman who is truly at the top of his detective abilities. And then you have your additional characters of Alfred, kind of my old school non-military style Alfred. You have Catwoman, Selena Kyle here, being her total badass self. And then of course Joker and Harley Quinn doing what they do best, just making a mess and mockery out of life. If you don't want to buy the 2 hardbound books, they will be coming out with a total hardbound edition later in the year, maybe around October or November. That is the scheduled release. So if you're interested in that, check Amazon or your local bookstore and you'll be able to pick that up. Otherwise, you can still find these hardbounds out there. I would suggest it. I might actually even pick up the complete story in one book, just because it's such a beautiful book, and it's kind of like an art book, and I can use it as a coffee table style deal. Maybe I'll do that. That's what I'm thinking. So that's it, guys. These are the books I read this week, or at least some of them. What did you think? Are you a Snotgirl fan? Are you a Postal person? Or are you like me, all about the Batman? Let me know in the comments below. I thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing. Your support is always appreciated. And stay tuned. Of course, I have more videos coming up this week. Sorry this one's a little late, but you know, life. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.